Good morning again, Spain, and it's been obviously a quiet 24 hours. About 24 hours ago, so this was like 11 o'clock yesterday morning, something I think. We had somebody somehow something I don't know. It sounded kind of professional, not somebody just at home, but we had the national anthem playing, and afterwards a lot of people cheering, I think, on the balconies. Now, I don't know any more than that, and I'm not even sure if it was the Spanish national anthem. It's not something you hear very much. It's not like in Britain, everybody kind of knows it and all that stuff. It doesn't get much of a thing here, so, you know. But I think it was. We've got nearly 8,000 cases. I've had that up for 5 minutes. Let's see if this comes up again. No, we've still only got the same number. If I do this, I think it showed me just now. Yesterday was 6,391. Today is, say, 8,000. So it's 1,600, something like that. It's gone up by overnight, or in the last 24 hours, I should say. You've got active closed cases, closed cases. This is what I look at every day, just to get an idea what's happening. And then if I do this, I can see, like, there we go, 13,5232. 6391 7988. There we go. So I look at that every day. My wife visited this morning, which was amazing. It was wonderful. She actually came to get dog food. She believe it or not, but he's got to eat as well. She got stopped on the way here and got a telling off. Apparently, if she's going to come here, she needs to have something to prove that she lives here, or she could be fined. So. But he said he won't fine her this time. They're being really, really strict. No cars on the motorway last night. And yeah, so on. So I think there were a few this morning, people driving in to go to work, but very few. Sort of a small percentage of what they normally is pretty chocker. Pretty sort of very busy out there. So it moves slowly through the motorway. But this morning, everybody was moving pretty quick and they're quite spaced out. So, obviously a lot less people going into the city to work. And I think that's people taking leave. I don't think it's not the government. I mean, it's going to close the shops. It hasn't closed businesses. So, I don't know. Anyway, I do know that, by the way, that the people who are supposed to be repairing my TV are taking longer because they've only got half the staff they normally have. So, yeah, maybe people are sort of leaving, taking time off, that sort of thing. Who knows? It was funny having a visit from my wife because she was keeping distance. It's like I'm on one side of the room, she's on the other side of the room. We're talking. It's kind of funny. And I don't know, she wanted to go into the kitchen to get the dog food. Well, I had to back away, so she could go through the door and things like that. She, dog food needs special food. It's not normal food. That's why. I was telling her about one of the most difficult things, trying to get hold of all the information. And thank you for, somebody camped, I can't remember. But anyway, thank you for pointing out about Al Jazeera and was it French news, something like that I could watch in English. I hadn't thought about Al Jazeera, and we can get it, but I didn't think of, it's the one I didn't look at. I did find last night, it was actually at 6 in the morning because I woke up in the night, and anyway, it was Madrid Director, which is live. And it's a news channel, I think. It's certainly a television channel. I never watch it, but I watched it last night. And it was really good. It was 6 in the morning, and they had reporters in 5 or 6 places, I'd say, in Madrid. And they were sort of going around to them, talking to them, and there were people around, just very few. My wife said a funny thing. She said, well, maybe there's nothing on the BBC, or not very much. They've had a little bit more, but almost nothing on the BBC because of the way the Brits are behaving in Benidorm. So I've looked it up, and this is what I found. This is actually the Sun, but it's all the same, whatever you look at, really. And it's Benidorm Brits threatened with £25,000 fines and even prison if they refuse to stay indoors in coronavirus lockdown. Because they're not. They won't stay indoors. So if you know Benidorm, Benidorm is like, packed with people. Excuse me. Yeah, packed with people. British go there. It's the same as Ibiza or Mallorca and another place, less so the Canary Islands, but sort of. And it is packed with British tourists. They go there for the beer. It's just lots of nightclubs and things like that. So they go in there, and there's these big groups of them, and they've been told they've got to stay in the hotel, but they won't stay in the hotel. And you got this big group of people. They buy booze in the supermarket, and they hang around outside getting drunk in big groups, where of course they're not allowed to. So people are thinking, well, maybe they're gonna get the virus and take it back to the UK, or just pass it between each other, or I don't know. But anyway, they can't be controlled. I mean, you can send some police out in cars, but unless you send riot police, I suppose. But I don't know if it's worth it. They might, if it gets that bad. I mean, there's the fine for you. That's how much you can get fined. I've been told it's been specifically said that if you go for a run, you get a fine, and it's bigger. It's like a lot bigger than that. Now, obviously, I don't think I get the maximum fine, but yeah, I'm not allowed to go for a run. So no, ain't gonna run. I figure it out. Go out downstairs. I can run out downstairs. I run out. I try the garage again. If I stay near the door and just run in smaller circles, I might be all right. Apparently, my wife said there's been somebody else down there. Something that, by the way, that they have been doing in Benidorm is this. Now, I'm going to play it. I don't know if it'll come out on this video or not, but I'll play it anyway. It's a van with a loudspeaker just telling people at the hotel here to stay inside and stay safe. So first is Spanish.
Y sigan las instrucciones de las autoridades locales y de dichos alojamientos. Guarden las distancias de seguridad. Quédense en casa.
And then it goes on to English, German. It's so everybody can understand. Germans go there a lot as well. So that's the situation in Benidorm. Oh dear, not good at all. So that's anything else happening. At 8 o'clock in the evening every day now, they've started where everybody goes to balcony or window and you clap and or applaud, and that's to show your appreciation of the health workers, doctors, nurses, and all those people. I'll do that today. I must remember 8 o'clock. I don't want to be doing it at 8:30 when everybody else has finished, but I didn't see it. So my wife in Madrid, she did. So I don't know if it's reached here, but I think it's a great idea. I like that. I like that. Amazing. I heard that in Britain, somebody said that it might be a few weeks, but they would ask elderly and people who have like asthma and COPD and these things to self-quarantine, and they were going to ask for volunteers who were not ill, obviously. They would do their shopping and things like that, or just help them, is how it was described. So the things would be done so that they wouldn't have to leave. That sort of thing. My brother, I think I said he's self-isolated at home in England, Plymouth. My son, I spoke to him. He has stocked up on food and soap and things like that. He said his freezer's full. He can't fit any more in there, so he's bought tins of food as well. So everything's going all right there. He does need a bit of help, my son, to understand everything. He's got he's autistic. It's autism, but it's not like a crippling thing. And I mean, he's married. They don't live in the same place, but they are still married. It's a funny sort of relationship, but it works for them. He's got 2 kids, and he does very well with everything, but he does get a bit of help, and he does, and I help him if I can, just talking to him and explaining things. So that's all right. My daughter couldn't get through, but it was unusual. But I'm sure I'll get her today. I just want to make sure they know about me and what's going on, because if you do hear things, you don't always get it right on the TV. So I think better to hear it from me, and I want to know what they're doing. That's all really. Yeah, I suppose I've got to be a bit careful about how much I stream. I've been told my voice is a little bit croaky. Well, it was last night, not so much this morning. So yeah, I'll watch out for that. Thanks for anybody who's popped into the stream. And thank you to everybody who said hello in the comments down below, because it makes a big difference. It doesn't. You can just say hello, and that it really does help. So thank you a lot for that. And there, that's all for now. Thank you and goodbye.